Rock am Ring 2023 und ich freue mich riesig, Nova Twins begrüßen zu können. Hey.
Hi.
Georgia, Amy, thanks for being here. We've just saw your show at the festival and it was amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Really, what I really like and what I really enjoyed is the sound. I mean, like you're a duo with your drummer on the stage, and it was so punchful and energetic. So, what did you do with your sound? I mean, it sounds amazing.
Oh, thanks so much. We've just got like massive pedal boards, and so we get really techie with like all our setups and just like a lot of tap dancing going on. And
I saw it, especially your pedal board. Like you were just constantly using that, and it was like the sounds were so nice, really. So
thank you so much.
Appreciate it. It was amazing. And yeah, as you're already starting to draw, we have an idea that we like to let you draw something because you are very artistic. You make your own costumes, as far as I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
These were like our we made these for the Mercury Awards, and this is like our bumblebee look.
Amazing. Looks amazing, really. And so we know that you might be willing to draw something for us, and you told us that you really would like to do this. So yeah, so we have
it's a 10-minute.
Are we starting? Can I start on this one?
Yeah, you can start if you want to.
Thanks for getting all the crayons and the paints, by the way. I'm very excited, and glitter.
So let's see what this will be. After the interview, we will make a raffle so you can win the images. Nice. This will be amazing. Yeah.
I feel nervous.
We talked about your costumes.
Yes.
Where is this idea, like making your own costumes? So is it like just like an hobby, or?
Yeah, we enjoy clothing, and I think when we first started off as a band, we just wanted to wear clothes that made us feel good. Like it's like our kind of our armor, I guess. And at first we started off putting safety pins and like doing little patches and then ripping our clothes, and then as our sound developed, so did our skills for sewing, and then we started making our clothes and we got better and better, and then we designed our Brit Awards, we made all the skirts and designed the top, and got someone called Michaela to help us structure the corsets and make them. And it just developed from there, really. And we just enjoy it. We just paint on everything.
We love
walls, clothes, everything.
Set designs of our videos. We painted a
so you're a very DIY like band, right?
To the core, like we love it.
Amazing.
Yes.
So I really enjoy like if you do all the stuff by yourself, because I think this is pretty cool. But I have one question. Like, I mean, we talked to Hot Milk yesterday.
Oh yeah.
And they're also very DIY in their approach, and they also said, okay, if you grow and you want to do more, at a certain point you need to find other people to do the things like you want to. How hard is it for you? Is there like a point where you say, okay, shit, we cannot do this by ourselves anymore?
No, for sure. Like we've got, for our music videos, we've got an amazing videographer called Harry Linley, who like made these all crazy worlds. Like for our Taxi video and Choose Your Fighter, we're literally like jumping in the air and like slaying, you know, these imaginary
demons
soldiers and demons. So monsters, yeah. So when we find someone we love to create with, we do love collaborating. Or for the Brit Awards, this amazing seamstress kind of put our designs for these corsets to life and stuff like that.
Cool. So I guess there will be a lot of more very cool things coming up.
When we get the time,
we just need to wait.
Yeah.
But yeah, let us talk about your music. I mean, I really enjoy your music, especially the last record. And how would you describe the style? Because I think for the Morco audience, most of the people get to know you from the feature with Bring Me the Horizon.
Yes. Yep.
But how would you describe your style of music?
Our style of music it's a mix of everything we love, really.
Yeah.
We've never really been a band to just love one genre. We love like obviously rock, hip hop, R&B, like garage rock, glam rock, UK garage pop. Where we just love jazz. We love it all. So I think we grew up on the punk scene, like playing a lot of live shows and playing a lot of open mic nights and doing a lot of Camden Rocks and the Stables, which are quite like iconic, like pub venues down there. So I think that obviously influenced the heaviness and the way we are with musically, but because we love so much, all of it kind of goes into it sometimes. So we describe it as like a mixture of everything, just a mix.
It's a pretty cool mix.
It's a mix.
It's a pretty cool mix. And I mean, you released Supernova last year?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Time goes quickly.
How was, I mean, you also were nominated for the Brit Awards, like you already mentioned, you were there. How was your overall opinion about the record and the reception of the record from the people, from the audience?
It was amazing. It was, we wrote the album in the pandemic, so it was just me and Amy, like, in this world that we created of Supernova, and you always wonder, like, we loved the album, but you always wonder, like, will they understand it the way that we understood it and how it got us through the pandemic? So to actually be able to play at festivals at last, or like been touring it through like the USA, Europe and the UK, to see the reaction, we've just been overwhelmed, just absolutely incredible. Like, we're just so grateful for everyone that's like bought the album, supported it. We've had the most amazing year already. It's been wild.
Would you say, or is there something like a new wave of crossover music or something like this? Because I have the feeling that there right now a lot of bands from the UK, especially, we talked about Hot Milk, there's also like a crossover between different styles. Wargasm, for example, is also like a band with crossing all the styles. Is there like a new wave of crossover music coming, or?
I think we've always said, like, there's always been crossover, it's always existed, but it's always took the form of, like, I guess the kind of the male band, you know, like if you think of obviously like Rage Against the Machine, the crossover Limp Bizkit, but even like Led Zeppelin, it was a crossover. It was blues, it was rock, it was but also soulful, you know. And even when you listen to bands like Kiss, like it might be glam rock, but then suddenly you got like he's kind of singing in a quite a soulful way sometimes, you know. So I think everyone takes influences from everywhere, but there's definitely a resurgence of new type of artists, new faces, more women doing
like women and non-binary people involved. It all sounds fresh because they're coming at it from a whole
new perspective.
So we always get so excited by new artists that come through because it just sounds so fresh and exciting.
Yeah, and I'm enjoying it, I'm digging it. So what would you say are artists you really would like to hear right now, or would you say they're very interesting and to look for?
Who we're loving at the moment?
Oh, okay. So
we love Passiert,
Yonica, Kid Capici,
Dreamwife,
a new band called Hot Wax coming on the scene,
Hot
really
Wax,
cool.
Connie Constant,
Monarchist.
There's a lot. And
these are bands that are just some of them are just coming up. Some are bigger, obviously, but Yonica and Passiert are like. But some of the bands we've also mentioned are like they're watching the next couple of years.
They'll
break through.
Thanks for the tips, because I think it's always cool to see what is coming, especially from the UK, where there's like a lot of very, very cool acts are coming. Supernova was released in 2022. What's coming up next? What's going on right now for you? On the music level, are you working on new music? Is there something you can tell us, perhaps? Yeah,
we're working on new music. We've been just getting loads of ideas, and we're excited already by some ideas that we have. So we're obviously going to keep it on the hush hush, but there is new music. Okay, is there like a time frame in which we can expect something? Next year for sure. Next year. Yeah. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Very, very cool. I've completely bombed this picture, by the way. I know, I'm like, it looks fucking amazing awful. What you're drawing. I don't know. It's something. Is it like a bunny or? Yes, I know, like a bunny. Perhaps. Yeah. Need some colours now. Cool. Well, we'll see what you draw afterwards. If we talked about the fashion, your own costumes, but you also have a clothing line. Yes. So at the moment, all the clothes that we make is like Bad Stitches, and that's the clothing line. Yeah. So eventually we'd love for that to be available for people to buy So that's kind of like, you know, what we'd love to do with it. But at the moment we wear it and it's all our stage clothes, music video clothes.
So you're still working on it to make it like to sell it to other
Yeah, because at the moment we like hand sew everything.
We haven't got the time to do it all.
So we're just trying to figure out how we can make it so, you know, it's easier to produce loads of things.
Yeah, so we need to find a fashion brand which
yes.
might work together with you.
Any fashion brands, Rachel.
Yeah, if there's any fashion brand, the Nova Twins, I have amazing ideas. Just call them, just write them a private message. I guess this would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm still very, very excited after your show about your sound and the paddleboard. And you also, I think you play bass guitar.
Yeah.
In most of the time, you also play guitar. Mm-hmm. Where are the influences coming from on the musician side?
I think our influences, I don't know really. I think we just...
Which is to say, like, there are some specific artists where you can say, okay, for me, this is something I get most of my ideas from. Or my, not ideas, sorry, influences.
Yeah. I think growing up we listened to so many different artists.
Yeah.
And, you know, personally I came from more like the hip hop side, and loved bands like NERD or Skrillex or Timbaland's production, and the idea of like having electronic music but done.
That explains the massive sound.
Yeah, but done on like instruments live. I thought that was really interesting to not have synths or computers and laptops doing it, but we're just like doing
this was
it.
Exactly the thing. I was like, oh shit! I mean, you have a very analog.
All of our stuff is so analog, but it's all to like, if it goes down, that's like a real pedal that just is.
Yeah, and this is
broken.
Like, and the sound was so fat. I was like, oh shit! It's a completely analog sound, and normally you just know this type of sound from bands using laptops, having DJs in the band, a lot of sound.
And that's all great too. But we just decided to do it just old school.
Yeah, for sure. And personally, I think as a whole, really like vocally, especially, is more like people like Betty Davis, like Kate Bush, listening to like Joni Mitchell, but also listening to bands like New York Dolls and like Kiss even, and like MC5, and it was just a big mix of artists and that kind of like mixed Jagger kind of energy. Do you know what I mean? It was just
get
it. Obviously Tina Turner, even like just artists who put their all into it, you know, and it's just like something that we're not. I feel like we don't want to stand there and just be polite about it. And I think for a long time when we first come out, people wanted us to scream a bit less or be a bit more hip hop because they didn't understand what we were doing. But we didn't want that. We just wanted to be messy. We wanted to sweat. We wanted to feel fierce on stage. And I think a lot of them artists are. So I guess they influenced us in that way. We love Prodigy as well.
Oh yeah, the Prodigy.
Just like getting people to dance, to move is so important. Good energy. Missy Elliott.
Like the time is running up, so we need to.
Oh my god! I'm literally like this. It looks terrible. No.
You said something which is like you said that you need to. Some other people said like, hey, you need to be more hip hop or more rock or something else.
More hip hop,
Is this like a problem for people which are not understanding perhaps the new kind of bands with their new influences and ideas? Because I still have like the feeling that there's a lot of people in the industry thinking like, okay, we need to have like this sound because the people are just digging this sound, and you need to be more like this band to have getting enough audience. Or
I think people were confused because we were two like mixed women, black women doing rock music, and people were just like, we don't know where to put you. You're not hip hop, R&B. Why are you not dancing? You know, it's like,
are you dancers?
Are you dancers?
We're like, no.
And that's what was the problem. People's perception of what rock music should look like. But we've worked really hard to try and break that stereotype, along with obviously other bands who've had it in their time, like River Skin, Cass from Skunk Anansi,
Noisettes,
and obviously like Noisettes,
Shingai,
and polystyrene, X-ray specs, they would have all had them like, you know, hurdles going forward, but they all like faced it, and
there are coming so many new artists.
There's loads of now. There's loads of artists coming through, but it wasn't always like that when we first started.
People of color. I mean, this is so cool. Let's take for example Kenny Hoopla. Kenny Hoopla. I mean, this is so cool to have a role model for people, for young people, which is like. I mean, I'm telling it for me, saying it as a white man is always like hard to talk about this, but I think
it's good that you're talking about it. It's,
like if we, for example, do in parties and we see the people, I'm always like, hey, cool, we have some other music like just white man songs playing. So I think this is very, very cool. There's so much diversity coming up in the next generation.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
It's very, very, very.
And it keeps it fresh again.
Yeah, it's very, very cool, and I'm looking forward to see what's coming up next, and I'm also looking forward to see.
I'm scared because you're wrapping up the questions. I'm like, ask more questions, please.
My plan was to bring it to an end, but yeah, we're still not ready.
We're not finished.
I reckon about 3 questions time.
No problem. Like I think we can still talk about some things.
Or the quick fire.
Yeah, we will do the quick fire round afterward. Absolutely no problem. Just finish up your images because this looks so amazing, and this is by far the best images we had here in our studio.
It looks crazy.
This kind of thing.
Really tight. I know.
No, this is amazing.
We got excited by the paints.
Yeah, and this is amazing. I mean, this looks so cool. So finish this up. After that, if these images are finished, we will make a raffle with it. We will also make a picture for the final images, so you can see it. Go on more.de, you can see the images there, and you will also can take part of the raffle on more.de, perhaps on Instagram, I guess. So, yeah.
Perfect.
Interview-wise, thank you.
Thank you so much for having us. This was so relaxing and fun.
This is what we needed.
This was like,
long day.
This was great.
That's super. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.